to the nosebleed seats on your back, Circuit Crime Fighter. This week we are hailing from Jacksonville, Illinois. Check out the main event from the inaugural show of Proving Ground Pro. And there you see Arik Cannon come to the ring. And now coming to the ring, Arik Cannon's opponent is involved in the Ring of Honor Prospect Tournament. Of course, he is under contract to Ring of Honor. He is Tadarius Thomas. Somebody that I've hadn't ever seen compete in the ring before. But he is highly touted as the streamers come flying into the ring. There's Thomas, final round against QT Marshall as the manager to Arik Cannon is throwing a fit about the streamers being thrown into the ring. He doesn't think Tadarius should get any. Of course, the NBS crew was throwing streamers for Arik Cannon in an earlier matchup. Blue ribbons, of course, represents Pabst Blue Ribbon. Arik Cannon didn't seem to appreciate the gesture from my NBS colleagues. But this is the main event from PGP's inaugural event. There you see the referee, Brandon Tull, holding the championship belt. Here we are at Bogarts as we look over the top turnbuckle and into the ring. Nominations for the NBS Awards are wrapping up. As soon as the awards committee can get together, we will decide the 5 finalists for each award and then decide where we'll be awarding the NBS Awards. If you haven't gotten your nomination in, this is your last chance. Go to CentralIllinoisProWrestling.com/awards/nominations. There is a form there that you can fill out to make your nominations. And for anybody who thinks they should win any particular award, be sure to be sure to nominate yourself. Don't rely on me, the Mystical Arachnid Vigilance 5706, or ISU Floyd to remember to put you on the ballot, because we can't think of everything. We can't be everywhere. We can't remember everything. Don't risk it. That's why I created that form, to make it easier for people to make your nominations. And certainly just don't squander your opportunity, because we've had people in prior years complain that they were left off the ballot. It's because we did not know, we did not remember they did something to warrant a nomination. And thus they got left off the ballot because they snoozed, they lost. So here we go, lockup. Tadarius had a waist lock, but Arik Cannon quickly reversed that. Cartwheel from Tadarius. And Tadarius puts that knee in the face of Arik Cannon, but he got the ropes. Well, Cannon is throwing a fit. He's trying to come up with excuses as to why he is not getting a quick start on Tadarius Thomas, but this time he grabs a wrist lock on Tadarius and takes him down. and goes to work on the arm. Proving Ground Pro will be holding its Aftermath event on Friday the 9th. Not Friday, March 9th in Jacksonville, Illinois. Saturday, March the 9th. Same place, Bogarts. This venue you are seeing here. Bogarts in Jacksonville, Illinois. Jacksonville's east side. Old State Road, aka Old Jacksonville Road if you are coming from Springfield. Easiest way to find it if you're in Jacksonville, go to College Avenue and go eastbound. College Avenue is, of course, on the south end of the square, marked by the new stoplight and the arch leading into downtown Jacksonville. It's not as difficult to find as you might think. Just cross the bridge and then turn left at the radio station, WLDS, WJIL, excuse me, WEAI and WLDS. Radio station is located at the turnoff. Nando Piven still shooting his mouth off at ringside. One of them Chicago managers. The guy who wanted to Steel Horse, Mr. 450 Hammett. And if you don't know what Steel Horsing is, it's basically a wrestler calling the cops on another wrestler because he got, I guess, stiffed shot. Got a stiff shot during a match. And supposedly because the opponent is taking extracurricular activities on him. Nando Piven apparently is the only promoter in America who will book Steel Horse Vachon on his show, while everybody else in America is laughing at the guy for calling the cops on Tommy Taylor because he retaliated for I guess a stiff shot.
Shoulder was not even down.
Brandon Toll, I don't know why he counted a fall. Shoulder was not down at all. And earlier in the card, somebody got eliminated from a six-way elimination match. Fall was counted when the shoulder was not down at all. And Tadarius, side headlock takedown again. We plan to showcase some matches from Proving Ground Pro in the upcoming weeks. We certainly wanted to get the main event from that card on the NBS TV this week as we lead into Aftermath at Bogarts in Jacksonville, Illinois on March the 9th. PGPWrestling.com is the website. They're also on Facebook, PGP Wrestling. There are other wrestling events going on this weekend. You can find out about those by going to the St. Louis Wrestling Community at stlwrestling.livejournal.com and CentralIllinoisProWrestling.com. And I do want to touch upon something that happened a few weeks ago. New Midwest Wrestling ended its 4-year run at Lampier High School. Apparently due to fees for the building going up. So New Midwest had to cancel its February event, and pretty much every other show for the foreseeable future, they're in the search for another venue. I know New Midwest will rebound from this, but certainly the venue in Kincaid, Illinois, Southwark High School, is ready to have New Midwest back. Oh, look at Arik Cannon do the splits. Kind of a disappointment that New Midwest had to cancel the show, but because there's a lot of exciting things, matches that were upcoming. The new feud with Danny Mann versus Blaine Harker-Durge. The tag team division was certainly heating up. Aaron Epic and Sugar Duncanton was going to make a return appearance in New Midwest. Now it seems that there's a lot more wrestling competition in Central Illinois. A new announcement came out a bit earlier that IWA Unlimited will be hitting the road and be running in other cities other than Albany.
You still suck! You still suck!
As to when and where, we do not know at this time. There's apparently a new promotion starting up in the Peoria area. First show has not yet been announced. Of course, Jacksonville is running, and there's PWG in Maroa, which interestingly put out a poster with tag teams, which is kind of steals from the New Midwest thing of Revival. On March the 16th at the Maroa City Hall. Of course, Era 1 is expanding outward quite a bit. PWA, Pinball Wrestling Association, is still running in Springfield as well, so New Midwest has to find an area where they can run comfortably. And Kincaid is really meant to be a once in a while thing, not a monthly thing. But it may turn out that New Midwest may have to run in Kincaid at Southwark High School for the next few months. Oddly enough, they have not secured a date for that yet. It also causes another problem. We were considering making a special induction at Lanphier High School based on who used to run there at Lanphier High School, and a monkey wrench has been thrown into those plans, so we are trying to figure out who else to induct into Central Illinois Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Arik Cannon's been in the ring wars for quite a number of years. He did wrestle for the short-lived Wrestling Society X. Of course, is a mainstay for IWA Mid-South among many other promotions in the Midwest. Arik Cannon hasn't quite been able to make it back to the national wrestling scene. Tadarius Thomas fighting to get back onto his feet. Here at the first wrestling event in 25 years to go down in Jacksonville, Illinois. And Tadarius grabs the headlock on Arik Cannon. Side headlock takeover as the referee, Brandon Toll, counts one. Oh, the shoulder is up. He's now putting the hand under the shoulder to make sure that it is not touching the mat, which is what I expect other officials to do, and they don't. In counting falls with these roll-ups. And there's a wrist lock from Tadarius Thomas. Master of several martial art fighting styles, and mixes it in with some breakdancing. Arik Cannon trying to get to the ropes, but fires a knee and clubs him down. And Arik Cannon back in control of this match. Tadarius Thomas hasn't been real active, or active that long, as a professional wrestler. With those martial arts kicks, take down Arik Cannon, and pivot grabs the leg. Did the referee see that? Tad Thomas was firing those kicks. Pivot had to grab a leg. Allow Arik Cannon to retake the advantage, and there's a choke on the mat. I mean, earlier tonight, Arik Cannon and Tad Thomas had to win qualifier matches in a 4-man tournament to advance to this championship match. Pivot trying to choke Tad Thomas on the ropes again. Arik Cannon defeated Rough Crossing, and Tadarius Thomas defeated Dysfunction to advance to the main event tonight. Arik Cannon with a knee choke, and it's getting close to being disqualified. Now the title is on the line, so whoever wins this match is the champ, no matter how they win it. Arik Cannon going to a version of the figure 4. He's got it locked in a different way. Well, this may not be a figure 4. It may be more of an Indian deathlock. It's certainly not the version of the figure 4 that Ric Flair was famous for. One, he's got the legs hooked a bit differently, and Tad Thomas trying to turn it over. Well, if he picks it up, it's kind of a sharpshooter, but again gets the rope. And Thomas trying to get back to his feet, but his knee is hurt. He's taken damage from that variated figure 4. And now Cannon pulls him off the ropes and trips him up. Now he's going to, well, he's trying to, well, this time, well, it looks like he was attempting to go for a form of a scorpion deathlock, but Tad Thomas got the ropes. Arik Cannon couldn't quite hook it in before he was forced to break the hold. And there goes Tad Thomas to the floor, and Piven! Oh, he got caught! Piven got caught by the referee. Referee ran him off. Very well, could have disqualified him there.
Hey, check him.
Referee's counting. Tad Thomas needs to get back in the ring.
7! 8!
Oh no!
9!
Referee has counted Tad Thomas out. Referee's calling for the bell. Timekeeper's not wanting to ring it.
Well, there's some confusion.
Match is over. Referee says it's a count out.
It's over. It's a count out.
timekeeper's not wanting to ring the bell. He's refusing to ring the bell. I can't. This is. Referee's talking to Tad Thomas. Can't exactly hear the conversation. The referee, Brendan Toll, is explaining to Tad Thomas he did not make it back into the ring in time. Referee finally retreats the belt. Now the bell rings.
Now he decides to ring it.
Bell's rung. Arik Cannon is holding the belt in the air. 60 minutes and 55 seconds for the countout. Crowd does not like it. Wait a minute, what? All that confusion over the countout. Timekeeper did not want to ring the bell, and now the referee's going back to the outside. He doesn't seem happy with being overruled. And the referee has just ejected Rolando Piven. And deservedly so, because he was kicking on Tad Thomas earlier. Somehow he was not disqualified. And he gets to the back just in time. The referee is walking back over to the promoter. Referee was gonna just let this thing conclude on a countout. I mean, the title change would have counted because the title was vacant as these two men trade punches, slugging it out. Cannon off the ropes and elbow to the chin. Cannon with an elbow to the chin. And a roundhouse kick. German suplex, 1, 2, 3. And Cannon cannot believe it as the streamers come flying into the ring. This is unprecedented. Arik Cannon originally won by countout. The timekeeper refused to ring the bell. The referee had to roll over, get the belt, hand it to Cannon. They finally rang the bell. Then the promoter comes running up to the referee and overrules him, demanding that the match be restarted. And Tad Thomas comes back and wins the PGP Franchise Championship. As he's still favoring that bad knee. Man, there is still a lot of confusion all around this banquet hall. I'm going to get some comments from the two combatants and the promoter. Tadarius, I gotta get a comment. What just happened just here? I mean, you lost the match by count out, and then they suddenly restarted. What happened here?
I tried not to argue with the referee, but by 9, I was on the rope. My hand was inside the ring. My arm, my shoulder, my lateral dorsi, that was in the ring, but he took it upon himself to
You mean you say you got in the ring enough to break the count?
Got in enough, however, the referee says I didn't, so I don't argue. I accept the loss. But at the same time, the fans didn't accept the loss. The promoter didn't accept the loss. And that was enough to get me back in the game, to get me back in the race, so I can take this back home.
But was he right to restart the match?
What's that?
Was he right to restart the match because he didn't like the outcome?
Oh yeah, he's the promoter. He can do what he wants. He pays the money. He pays the wrestlers. If he felt it was some injustice, he's got the power to deal with it. I'm not complaining.
Well, the ref could have just called it for disqualification because he saw him kicking you.
Yeah, exactly.
But he didn't do it.
At the same time, Arik Cannon is always welcome for a rematch. Everybody who's able to step up, they can get a match. I'll take all comers on.
All right, thank you, Tadarius. Arik Cannon. Well, a lot of people are confused as to what just happened. You won the match by count out, and then
You want to know what happened? What happened is sometimes some people find their way on the inside of the ropes when they really need to be on the other side of the guardrail. They need to buy a ticket. And sometimes incompetent referees climb inside the ring and they screw champions like me.
But in this case, the referee was wanting to let the count out stand. The promoter was not. You can't blame the referee for this one. He was overruled.
The referee's decision is final. The referee's decision is always final. The referee raised my hand. The referee gave me the championship. And then, like a woman, he changed his mind just like that. And now, my pants are gonna fall down because I don't have a belt.
I do want to point out something. The referee did catch your manager kicking your opponent on the outside. He didn't call for the DQ then.
Well, you seem to be filming everything. Why don't you take your stupid little camera and go show that stupid little referee how he screwed my whole night.
All right, Arik, thank you. Jesse Matthews, we had a count out. And Arik Cannon supposedly won the PGP title by count out.
Well, Crime Fighter, we're not doing things like that in PGP Pro Wrestling. We're just not going to do it. Guys are going to win matches on their own merits, and they're not going to get count-out victories for titles. It's just not going to happen like that, and we're not going to shortchange the fans. So that's what we did. We started the match because that was the right thing to do, and Arik Cannon had a chance to prove himself in the proving ground, and it just didn't happen tonight. So hopefully he'll come back and have another challenge.
But do you think you were right to restart the match, even though to change the outcome of the match because somebody didn't like the outcome?
No, we thought it was the right thing to do because we didn't want a title won on a count out. It kind of disgraces your title, and we wanted it done 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. And Arik Cannon had that opportunity to win it without a count out. And
well, then in that case, why not from the outset set the stipulation, no count out, no disqualification ahead of time? But
yeah,
but here you've changed the stipulations on the fly, and that's raising some eyebrows. And
yeah.
Cannon has a legitimate gripe, but also on the other hand, the referee didn't disqualify him because his manager kicking Tadarius on the floor.
That's true. So, it kind of balanced itself out, and Arik Cannon's going to have another chance to come to the proving ground and prove himself. And if he doesn't like that, then, he's got to do something about it. So, we'll hopefully see him back here, and he'll prove himself.
All right, Jesse, thank you very much. That'll do it for this edition of Nosebleed Seats. I'm Next Servant Crime Fighter. We hope we'll see you at PGP's next show, Aftermath, on March the 9th. We'll see you next time.